What's going on, everybody? We got another teardown for you. Today we're going to do a Moto G Stylus 2025. Before we get started, just so you guys know, we're going to be doing a ton more teardowns and factory data resets. So if there's anything in particular that you guys want to see, something special, let us know in the comments. We'll try to get that up for you before the other devices we got lined up. But today we're going to work on this. Just a heads up, when you guys tear down a phone, you take a large risk of damaging it more or breaking it in the process, so use caution. If you're not comfortable with your repair or tear down skill set, strongly suggest having a professional do it. Other than that, let's get into it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to pop out the stylus, so that's out of the way. And then we have the SIM tray as well to pop, so we'll grab our SIM popper and pop the SIM tray. Biggest thing to do this first is I always forget to take it out when I start to pull the motherboard, and then I end up bending the SIM tray in the process, so it's easier just to get it out of the way first. Next, we're going to heat up the back. Once you get it nice and warm, grab your pry tool. I use this one, a little spudger, and just kind of find a nice spot to really get into it underneath it. I like the corners, usually work best for me. And just kind of gently pull up because you don't want to rip anything. If the spots start getting a little tough, then just kind of get underneath and give it a little pry. You don't want to pry where the battery's at. And you definitely don't want to, if it starts getting too tight, just throw a little bit more heat on it, take a break. Just better to be coming off easy than you trying to rip something off. It's probably the best way to look at it, is the way I look at it always. So we're pretty close over here. We got a little bit of stuckage over here, and boom, there we go. So we still have our camera lens attached to the back cover, and to take that portion off, you just throw a little bit more heat on the camera lens. And then just kind of go around it with your pry tool. This should come off relatively easily. You almost use your fingers, but it's just a little hot. That's the might be concerning there. So there's your camera lens, back cover. Still pretty good shape. You can reuse this on something else. Let's move this out of the way. Next, we're going to do the screws. So let's get all the screws out. Alright, that should be all of them. I have a habit of missing a screw, so I'm just double checking with you guys. Alright, looks pretty good. Then we'll grab our handy dandy pry tool again, and we can just get under here and easily push up, and it should come right off. This is your mid-frame slash flash flex. It's attached to this. We're not going to remove that portion, but it's there if you guys need it. So move this to the side. And we'll work down here. We'll get the loudspeaker out. That kind of comes off pretty easily as well. There's your loudspeaker. It's attached to this bottom frame. There's really no reason to take this out as well. It's one giant piece, and it's perfect. So we're done with that. And then if we look, we'll have a couple screws in here. Let's see, we got one right there. And let me lift up these cables because I think there's a screw down here as well. Ah, yes, we got a screw right there. So we gotta take that out and take that screw out right there before we can pop everything else out. So let's get those out real quick. There's one. and 2. All right. So the next thing I like to do is just make sure everything's disconnected. And we'll lift this little piece up, little heat shield, pop all this off. Boom, boom, boom. And then we have, this is your fingerprint reader right here. Pop that up. And this can just come out right now. Very little effort to take that out, and then just pull it right out. So there's it. If I pick it up, there's that portion. Move that to the side so we can get it mixed in. I usually don't pop the cameras out right away, but I'll do the front camera. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're pulling out the motherboard. So get the camera off, the front camera unplugged, and we have these coaxes here. Let's unplug those. There's one, and then there's 2. Okay, let's get that out of the way. And then usually a little flat head will work a little bit better to find the pry spot for the motherboard. Just find a spot that looks like you can get in and just gently pull up. From here, it looks like it's right here for me. All right. If it gets stuck, just wait and look. Maybe you have another screw that's missing or it's hung up on something. Don't just pull up really hard. Otherwise, you take the risk of ripping something or damaging something. So there's the board. The cameras are still attached. Let's take the cameras off real quick. Camera 1. Camera 2. I usually put these in like a little baggie, that way I don't get them confused with the front camera or the fingerprint reader. There's your board. So we're done with this portion. Get that out of the way. Next we have the front camera, ear speaker, charging port, vibration motor. So let's pop the vibration motor, or the charging port out. Let's get these coaxes out of the way. This should just pull back towards yourself, and it should come and pull up, and you should be able to get it right out. So I can hold on to it. There's your charging port. This also has your microphone as well attached to it. It's right there. All right. We can do the vibration motor while we're here. It's super easy. Boom. That was super easy. There we go. Sorry, it's a little harder with the camera in front of me to try to go after it. So next we'll get the front camera. Usually there's a little spot where you put it in under, but just find a nice little spot and push up, and it should relatively easily come out for you. There's that. Okay. I'm going to do the battery next. The battery is probably the part you guys have to worry about the most, because if you do puncture the battery, you could cause a fire. So the lithium ion and metal mixture together usually starts a fire, and that's why they get all these warnings on do not puncture and stuff like that on all these lithium ion batteries and stuff like that. So definitely going to heat it up first. Heat is my friend, at least. So let's do that first. You don't want to overdo it because you don't want to watch your fluxes. You don't want to melt those. And find a spot where you can get in with this spudger and just gently pull up. And then once it gets just enough for you to get your fingers underneath, you start using your fingers. There's no need to risk damaging the battery with the metal pry tool. So there's the battery. It's out. Looks good. We didn't puncture anything. You'll know if you punctured it because it can get soft and it'll start like bubbling a little bit, and that's when you know you messed up. So just a fair warning. We can take this ribbon connector off that connects the charging port to the motherboard. It just pulls right back very easily. Just go gently, the best way to put it. And then once the battery's out, you can actually pull these coaxes because they're just taped on the side. That's it. I wouldn't pull them out with a battery in it. still in because you can rip them, because depending on where they actually place the battery, sometimes it's not exactly in the same spot every single time, so it can kind of rip a little bit. Let's get this ear speaker out, and I'm gonna add heat to it. It just makes it a little bit easier to take it out. You guys don't have to, but this works for me, so I'm just showing you guys how I do it. And personally, this tool is a little bit sharper than my flathead, so it makes it a little bit easier for me to get underneath this portion. I use this to kind of lift this up so I don't rip it. And then I get in, there's usually a slot, which in this case it's right there. I want to get underneath there with the flathead and just gently pull up. There you go. There's your ear speaker. Ear speakers are usually my Achilles heel. I break a lot of them, but this one came out pretty easily, so it's good. So what you have left is the audio jack. If you want to pull that, it's basically the same thing you want as that ear speaker. It comes right off as soon as you get that flex off. And I'm sorry, I didn't even show that on camera. Once you get that flex off right there, and then just pull that out. I'm just not going to pull it because it's just unnecessary. Usually these don't go bad. And then if you do have bad buttons, you're kind of out of luck because you got to lift the screen to get to them. They connect down here, but they actually go, if you see that slot, that's underneath the screen, and then they go up and under. So if you need to replace these, you're going to be doing a screen replacement at the same time, like the actual top screen replacement. I personally like to do the screen replacement so you do the whole frame like this because it's clean and makes the phone still more rigid like it was originally, because you doing this long enough, you know when someone worked on a phone because you just easily can tell that it was open before. And an open phone is never the same as one that has never been opened, so just keep that in mind. But other than that, we are done. So this is a full teardown on a Motorola G Stylus 2025. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, just drop a comment, like, follow. We'd appreciate it. Thanks.